other side.
Did you guys know the full extent of it, or was it one of those things where
I don't think so. Yeah, we would see glimpses of it maybe, and see him downtown or something of that nature. We'd ask him, how you feeling and stuff like that. But when, your brother tells you, I'm good, I'm cool, you believe him. And, unfortunately, we did believe him, and, there was a big problem there. But like I said, he owned up to it and got help that he needed.
Did you see him? Obviously, the shape of it was not.
Yeah, when you saw him physically just, go to crap, basically. He was about 360 playing in the bowl game. And, just his performance just was not to what I know he acquires to be and aspires to be like. So I think that once we saw that, we should have probably pushed a lot harder. But, it's a learning thing. I've never been in a situation like that before. And to see that, it made me better, made him better. And, I think the overall closeness of the offensive line just really increased when he came back. And, we all kind of wrapped around him and loved on him.
Is he just a completely different person now where he was a year ago?
He's the same guy, same aspect. I think he's a lot stronger mentally now. I think he's in a lot better shape, obviously. But, he's still the same good old Jay, just more healthy.
Coach Venables was saying yesterday, he told me I had a whole new offensive line, whole defensive line. I tell you, you're crazy. What did you guys think when the year was started?
I think we saw the potential that we had, but potential is a strong word, and obviously if it's not put into full effect, it doesn't really mean too much. So I think we all kind of rallied up together and just tried to get the best out of the season that we could.
How much can you really gauge in some practices beforehand?
A little bit. I think that summer camp is a big indicator. I always tell my family, they ask me how we're going to be this year, every single year, and I'll tell them, after about 3 or 5 practices, I'll be able to tell, just because the way that we handle it mentally, when you're out there and you're having to correct a lot of basic stuff, it's probably not going to be the best year ever. And, this year we were flying around it. We were on day 3, and, it seemed like we were on day 20 with just the ability that people had to make plays and do different things like that. So, we knew pretty early that it was going to be a special season.
Why do you think that was? That just clicked so immediately?
I couldn't tell you. I know that this team loves to play football. It doesn't matter whether we're playing Wofford or Notre Dame. We're going to be excited to play and get after it. And I think that's different. I think that's special. It really doesn't matter the level of the team that we're playing. We're worried about how we look. We're ready to represent our fans and family. And I think that's been the biggest difference maker.
When you have someone like Deshaun, how does that change an offensive line in terms of mentality?
From a confidence level, we know that we don't have to block to the best of our ability every single play. He's great with his feet and escaping the pocket and really making the best play at that time. But I think he's underrated as a passer. I think everyone always talks about that, but he makes great decisions back there and he knows who to throw to at all times. So it's been cool to watch him develop even more into that kind of guy, and it's going to be scary next year. Thank you.
I talked to Lain kind of about what was the biggest difference for him going from a good freshman to a really, really good sophomore.
Right.
He said the biggest thing was confidence. When did you kind of notice that in him, that he was going to be able to have the season he's got?
We've always known that he was a hard runner, an angry runner. I think really just as his knowledge grew in the offense, that's when you really see confidence build up. I think that, Coach Elliott obviously is a great teacher, really good at just instilling the offense into his players. And, once Wayne got a great concept of that and a grasp of the offense, I think that his game was just taken to another level.
Confidence is a word that, we've heard a lot this week. It seems like for Clemson, the confidence is kind of quiet. We know what we're capable of, but we don't feel the need to shout it.
Yeah, talking's not going to win a game for you. We know at the end of the day it's all about execution, and we're just focused on that. We have fun when we need to have fun, and we work when we work.
Did it surprise you how much Oklahoma came out with a less than quiet confidence?
Some people just have to do that. I think if that's going to be the way they approach the game, it might be a long night. On the offensive line, we love to talk back, so it's going to be some good conversations out there.
Eric, how long have you had that beard?
I'm going on 5 months strong right now.
What kind of look are you going for?
Just the whole caveman, Yeti. Well, so it's been nice.
How so?
Just the attention of the media.
Is this the best beer in the Orange Bowl, you think?
It's close. You know, Ryan Norton's is a little bit longer than mine. He's over there hanging out somewhere.
Okay.
But mine might be the fullest. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Coach Elliott was saying one of the most underrated parts of the offense coming in was the offensive line, and you guys had to deal with that negativity perhaps from the outside. From the inside, what gave you confidence that you guys could be a special player?
Just the amount of knowledge that we had in this offense. You know, we didn't have starters returning, but we had a lot of guys that had played a bunch, a lot of guys that had played together. And, you know, when you have something like that where I know exactly what Jay's going to do, I know exactly what Tyrone's going to do and how they approach the game, you know, it's a lot easier out there to perform.
In terms of Deshaun and what he's done this year, I mean, did you expect this level of play and his ability to stay so calm in adverse situations?
I think so. You know, I've seen him go through rehab, you know, for almost a year. I've seen him, you know, put in the time, and, you know, he deserved it. You know, the preparation that he comes with every single game, second to none. You know, he really approaches the game cerebrally, and, you know, he makes it a point to where whatever he sees on the field, he already knows the answer for it. And I think that's something special in this quarterback, and, you know, it's going to be awesome to watch him progress as a quarterback.
You've been at Clemson a fair amount now, a fair while, and I'm curious to wonder, how is this team different than the ones that you played on in years past?
You know, it's hard to say. You know, we've had talented teams to where we've had all 5 receivers on the field on an NFL team right now. Really, I just think that it's the love to play football. You know, it doesn't matter whether we're playing Wofford or Notre Dame. You know, the guys are going to be playing with the same energy, the same excitement level, just because we're out there playing. You know, we're representing the paw on our helmets. We're representing our family, our university, and, you know, guys just love to have fun and play.
What's different about this year's Oklahoma team than the one last year you faced?
Well, obviously, their offense is at a whole new level right now. You know, Baker Mayfield and company is doing a fantastic job of really running and getting the most out of that offense. You know, I think the players from a personnel standpoint on defense are very similar. Obviously, I think they have 10 of 11 coming back, you know, with the loss of Jordan Phillips and the big nose tackle. You know, I think they're going to bring a little bit more pressure this time. Just watching the film, that's kind of something that I see. And they've been disguising stuff a little bit better. So I think that it's going to be a fun matchup.
What do you think will be the difference going into this game? If you guys are to beat Oklahoma like you did a year ago, what are you going to have to do right? What's the number one thing that has to go right?
You know, we just have to execute. You know, at the end of the day, it's all about Clemson. You know, it's all about how we execute our plays. And I think that once you really focus on the little details, the broad ones will take care of themselves.